Good afternoon, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Big up to the chat. Thank you very much. The man, the myth, the legend is back at Liverpool after Japan went out of the world. So we know what's going on. He's at the Asian Cup. He's back at training. He's going to probably feature at Burnley. I need to know what time it is, guys. Everyone in the live chat right now, please tell me what time it is right now. I'd appreciate it. Smash up that likes. Smash up the likes, guys. Smash up the subscribe button. All that good stuff, guys. We know what time it is, guys. It's Endo time. He's back. He's back, Booger Boy 1234. He's back. Wataru Endo is back. Big Endo time. It's Endo time, man. Wataru Endo is back. Can't be happier. I love this guy. I love Wataru Endo. Absolutely love him, man. Absolutely love him. Look at that, man. What a player. My DM, man. My DM wears a mouth guard. Does your DM wear a mouth guard? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. My DM does. Yeah, come on. Wataru Endo. I could leave him there the whole stream. I could just leave him there the whole stream, just chilling out. I love Wataru Endo. Big up to everyone right here, right now. Hope you're all doing extremely well on this Tuesday afternoon. Big up to the chat. Guys, don't forget to go and like and subscribe. All the good stuff. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all doing well. And hope you're having a blessed day so far. And a great morning. But yeah, Wataru Endo, my man, I'm sorry. I'm an endosexual. What can I say? I'm an endosexual. That's what I am, man. That's what I am. I love Wataru Endo. He's my man. Go get a Wataru Endo tattoo right under my liver bird. That's what I'm going to do, guys. Right under my liver bird there. I'm going to get the Endo tattoo right under the liver bird. That's my next one. That's the next thing up. Yeah, there we go. Wataru. My man. Oh. Then Klopp has to go, Franklin. And then Klopp has to go. Oh, man, my cough. Oh. So, yeah, excuse the cough, guys. It's Tony time. Oh, Wataru Endo, man. No, I'm glad he's back. We're going to talk about Wataru Endo today and what's about the Liverpool midfield. There's news about Szoboszlai as well, Dominic Szoboszlai, as well, that we've got to get into. Rumours going around that are all absolute lies and crap and stuff like that. But first, I have to get something off my chest, and it's just not this phlegm. So, what I've got to get off my chest today, guys. So, late last night, in the early hours last night, I was on Monty's show. Big up Monty, there's a big sixpence over there. But big up Monty, big up Cal, big up Ends, big up Tom Little as well. We was all on there last night. I joined a little bit later. And there was a bit of talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold, yeah? And the Connor Bradley and Trent situation and Trent at right back. And we all had our say. And I think it got a bit... Yeah, it was funny in the end. We was all joking with each other. So they didn't mean anything. But I think a lot of people took it a bit too seriously. So, I want to just put this under the carpet. I'll tell you where I stand right now. Trent Alexander-Arnold, for me, has to play in this Liverpool team. But for me as well right now, Connor Bradley or Joe Gomez need to be right back in this Liverpool team right now. This is where I stand on this. Now, we know Trent as an out-and-out right back has his major flaws and his major positives. You know, Trent at right back, loads of positives. Trent at right back, loads of negatives. And for me, with Trent's skill set, I like the inverted Trent. So a lot of people don't quite like it. I don't mind Trent playing in that inverted role because he goes into that midfield where he wants to play and he can control the game from that midfield area. And I absolutely love it. I ain't going to sit here and pretend it don't work, because it does. But I also like Connor Bradley going up and down that right side of the pitch, as a traditional right back. And I also like Joe Gomez in them fullback areas because he's better defensively and gives us better defensive balance. But I want Trent on the pitch because you need Trent on the pitch because of his skill set. It's second to none. So yeah, we're discussing that on the Big Six bench yesterday, and big up the Monts as well, defending his man Trent. I admire it. I admire it. But for me, Trent needs to play a more advanced role in the Liverpool team in the future. Not right now this season. I understand where we are this season. I get it. Trent having to play at right back, I understand it in that inverted role. But in the future, going forward, I don't know about you guys, but I'd actually like to see Trent in a more advanced role where his skill set will be used better, if that makes sense. In my opinion, that's what I'd love to see from Trent. Just that more, getting in more an advanced role, getting involved in the play a little bit more. Doesn't have to worry about the defending as such as a defender. Have bodies round him where he can do what he does. He's got so much ability, Trent. I just feel like getting Trent in more advanced areas on the pitch, but at the same time having a Joe Gomez at right back for defensive stability, having a Connor Bradley with his pace, his determination, and keeping the width on that right hand side. For me, that gives us a little bit of a better balance right now. And I'd like to see it in the future. Look, but I understand this season. We are where we are. Trent's been amazing in that right back role. He's not really playing right back. He's playing inverted. So on paper, we start with 4 at the back with Trent. But in reality, we basically play with like a 2-3-5 sort of formation, don't we? On the ball. So yeah, I'd like Trent to get in more advanced positions, but look, I do understand that he has to play. I think Trent's been amazing this season, one of the players of the year. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, I just wanted to wrap up any confusion people got on Monty's show yesterday, where it was like me, Cal, and Ends. We weren't saying that Trent should be dropped out of the team. It's like Trent should stay in the team, but in a different role. And then a Joe Gomez or a Connor Bradley plays at right back. But it's an interesting one. What do you guys in the chat think? Be happy birthday, Andrew. Happy birthday, Andrew. Have a good one, man. Have a good one. Andrew, everyone say happy birthday to Andrew. Big up, Andrew. Hey, have a good birthday, man. Big up, Mo, my man, Mo. How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I agree with you, Jamie. Trent needs to play an advanced role in the future. Big up, my man, Mo. Go and check him out on Twitter, guys. Good guy. Big up, Mo. How you doing? Well, fella. Yeah, we'll get to the Suppository news in a minute, Aaron. We'll check the Suppository news in a minute. Guys, got like 50 in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. Lakers, I saw your WhatsApp. Big up, Lakers, about the Zidane stuff. We'll talk about that as well. We've got a packed show. Loads to talk about. And yeah, don't worry about it. But big up Lakers as well. Always giving me the news. I appreciate it. And Cal as well. It always gives me and Cal the news. Appreciate Lakers, always do. Yeah, but that's just my opinion with Trent. I just feel like you get Trent in a more advanced role in the pitch. You get him in a more advanced role in the pitch. You have that defensive stability with Bradley. Or your defensively, Gomez at a fullback role for me is better. I like Gomez in his fullback roles. You know, for me, Gomez looks more of a fullback than he does a centre back now because Joe Gomez is actually very good on the ball. He's got a very good passing range. It's a bit underrated. He can get forward and shoot. We've seen it this season. He's going to score eventually. It's going to happen. He gets in good advanced areas now, and he can go into that midfield area. He's good on the ball. I think Joe Gomez is extremely underrated as a footballer. Personally, I think it might just be the years of injury, and that's the first thing that comes into your head when you think of Joe Gomez is injury. But really, the first thing that should come into our head is talented footballer. The talented footballer is a good player. And at this moment in time, I feel Joe Gomez is a fullback. The way he plays, how good he is on the ball, yeah, I personally think Joe Gomez is a fullback. And you get him in the right back, left back area, he will do not just a job, he'll be excellent, in my opinion, like he has been so far at left back when Robbo's been away. And with Trent, I just want to see him in more advanced roles. I think that will come next season. Now, whoever the new manager's going to be, if it's Xabi Alonso, if it's Zidane or whoever it's going to be, you know, I think they're going to be really looking. One of the things they're going to do is really look at the Trent situation because Trent at right back works in a Jurgen Klopp system. Trent at right back, we have never seen Trent at right back not in a Jurgen Klopp system. Now, Gareth Southgate don't use Trent at right back. He plays him in midfield in his system because he doesn't think Trent defensively gives him that balance as a right back. So he plays him in midfield. I'm a bit excited for the future just for the sake of seeing something maybe a little bit new. Seeing what Trent does in the future, where Trent puts himself, where he plays. I'd like to see what a new manager does with him because even if he plays right back, we've not seen Trent really for any longevity play in right back under anyone else but Jurgen Klopp. So we've got to feel like is Trent at right back only really working this whole time because it's Jurgen Klopp's system that provides him the time and things to do what he can in that right back position. Anywhere else, any other manager might go, Trent's so good on the ball, I need them and put him in midfield. Now, you listen to ex-pros. I know Gary Lineker talks about it a heck of a lot. Ian Wright talks about it a heck of a lot. You know, they see his talent and they're like, he just looks like a midfielder. He plays like a midfielder at right back as well. That's the thing. Trent plays like a midfielder at right back. And it's worked in all the time we've had Jurgen Klopp because the system is perfect for Trent to play in that position. But we have got to look to it. This is going to be the last season of Jurgen Klopp. Next season, it's going to be the first ever time that Trent Alexander-Arnold will be playing right back under a different system, under a different manager. And will it work? Will the new manager look at it and go, he ain't going to be my right back. But I'll tell you what, he's going to be my number 8. He's going to be my right-sided midfielder. That's what he's going to be. He's not going to be my right back. That was a right back under Jurgen Klopp. I can't do what Jurgen Klopp did with Trent at the right back. It won't work for me. But I'll tell you what, playing Trent as a right-sided midfielder in my system, in the way I want to play, works for me. And also saves me like 100 million on a midfielder in that position with the quality that Trent Alexander-Arnold has got. And then the new manager will be looking at him thinking, do I need to buy a right back? Or do I go with a Connor Bradley that looks fantastic, what I've watched? I've got Joe Gomez there, who looks fantastic. You know, or do I need to buy a right back? But that's for the future. That's for the future, in my opinion. And yeah, I think Trent in the future in them forward areas is exciting to think about, in my opinion. And I don't understand why people are getting down and depressed about that. You know, I think that's an exciting thing to think about in the future. But I just want to clarify some of the Trent stuff that you might have seen late last night on Monty's channel. Big up Monts, big up Cal, big up Ends, big up Tom Little. Great show last night. Absolutely fantastic. Big up Aaron. It's a total myth that Trent can't play in midfield, in my opinion. Exactly. You put him in the right positions, put him in the right areas of the pitch. You know, you play him a little bit deeper than the rest of the midfielders. Then Trent doesn't need to get pressed. You know, and he won't, and he'll be able to have time on the ball. You know, when Pirlo was playing at his absolutely best, Pirlo never went into busy areas of midfield, did he? You never saw Pirlo in busy areas of midfield. What they did, they always made sure Pirlo had space and time on the ball to do his thing, orchestrate midfield. That's what you do with Trent. You just don't whack Trent in the busiest parts of midfield and then go, right, now you're off. Off you go. No, you play him in a particular area of midfield where it exploits his talent. Yeah. I don't want Trent being pressed by about 4 players every single week. You don't. That shouldn't be the case. You should be playing him in a position that he can drop a little bit deeper and work from there. And I think he'd be excellent. I think he'd be excellent. But big up everyone in the chat right now. I hope you're all doing well. Don't forget to go and smash that like, go and smash the subscribe, all that good stuff. And anyone watching on Twitter or X or whatever the bloody hell they call it these days. Big up to everyone on Twitter or X if you're watching there as well. Don't forget to come over and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. I'd appreciate it. And if you are watching on Twitter right now, get your comments in as well and I'll read them out as well. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much. Right. Before I get to Wataru Endo, I'm going to just leave Wataru Endo to one side for like a little second. And I'm going to talk about Mohamed Salah. So there was reports yesterday. I don't know if everyone saw these reports. They're still over social media. That there was 2 Saudi Arabian teams apparently still very, very interested in Mo Salah this summer. Is it I can't pronounce their names. If I pronounce their names, I look like a dummy. So I'm not going to pronounce the Saudi Arabian team's names because I always get it wrong. I struggle with English, let alone Saudi Arabian names. Jesus. I think one of the teams on Neymar's side are interested in Mo Salah, and the other team is it Elf Ifiat? I can't remember their name now. They are the Saudi Arabian team that tried to buy him last summer as well. So they're the 2 that are still interested in Ifiat. Yeah, that's it. Big up, Bassy. Appreciate it. They're the 2 teams, guys, that are interested in Mo Salah. I believe that one is the team that Neymar is at. Is that correct? And I believe that's the team that wanted to buy him in the summer. Neymar and Benzema's teams. So can you imagine a team where Neymar and Salah are both on the wings for that team? Jesus Christ. Now, I think there might be a little bit of truth to these rumours coming up. I'm looking at it and thinking, right, Klopp's leaving. I think we have to admit that Jurgen Klopp has a big pull on these players' heartstrings, and I think a lot of the time they're staying at the club if Klopp stays at the club. I think it is that they got so much time and love for the manager. I do think that is the case. You know, not a lot of players that up and actually leave our football club under Jurgen Klopp. So I do think in the summer, look, giving Mo a new contract, it's going to be interesting what they want to do, the club want to do, because here's the way I look at it. We've got 3 players coming at the end of contracts, in 2025, that if they've not signed new deals next season, these 3 players will have 12 months left on their contract. Salah, Trent, Virgil van Dijk. Now, the football fan in me would say, sign them all up. Yeah? Because we're all Liverpool fans. So the football fans in us will be like, sign them all up. The business side of me, and this is the business side of it, guys. So I'm just giving you things to discuss here. The business side of it would be looking at Virgil van Dijk and Salah, looking at their ages, looking at how much money they're on already. And if you can only sign one of them 3 players to a new contract, you're signing Trent Alexander-Arnold to a new contract. And that's the business side of it. And it's the side we don't like to talk about, but it's the side of it we have to think about. Virgil's going to be 33 next season. Do the club take a chance and give Virgil van Dijk a brand new big contract for an extra 2 to 3 years on probably 250, 260 grand a week for another 2 or 3 years, takes him to 34, 35, 36, and he starts to go downhill. And then you got a player on a big contract with years remaining on it that will be very hard to shift if it don't go correct. Mo Salah is on 350k a week right now. What is it going to take for Mo Salah to sign a new deal? Are we on about giving him an extra 50 grand a week to take it up to 400 and giving him an extra year or two or an extra 18 months on top of what he's already got? That takes him to 34? And then if things don't go quite right, so on the business side of it, if you're a businessman, you're thinking about the business side of football, you're extending Trent's contract because that makes sense. Because of Trent's age, Trent's got more in the tank than the other two. He's more financially lucrative to the football club by keeping longer than the other two. And if you sign him to a new deal, it would take a massive transfer for Liverpool to sell Trent Alexander-Arnold, where you wouldn't make no money on Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk. Now, that's just the business side of it. It's not what I want to do, by the way. It's the business side of it. Do we want to do what happens at United, where we've got too many old players on big contracts that we can't shift? No matter how the legacy of these players, some of these players got amazing legacies, like Salah and Virgil. And I'm not saying sell them, guys. Please hear me out here. I'm not sitting here saying sell them tomorrow. I'm not. I'm just talking as a business point of view. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not sitting here saying sell them. So please don't take me as literally saying I want them to go. I'm not. I'm putting a business proposal out there to you guys and trying to work it out and understand from a point of view that football businessmen will think about it. That's fine. At the end of the day, all owners of football clubs, it's a business to them. It really is. And it's doing the best for that business, for that football club. And I'd like all three of them to stay. That's my perfect answer here. But I think in reality, when you look at it in reality, if you can only sign one player up out of the three of them, you sign Trent Alexander-Arnold up and you let the other two go. That's from a business point of view. And also, you can't let them leave on the free either. You can't let them leave on the free. We can't let Virgil and Salah leave on the free. So Liverpool got a massive decision to make before the summer's out, before the season's ended, in my opinion. Liverpool got a massive, massive decision to make. Because if Virgil say Virgil, Mo and Salah, right, let's take Virgil first. Let's go through them one by one. Let's say Virgil is looking at it and thinking, right, I'm 32 years of age. I've got one last big contract in me. And I might have another 4 good years at the absolute top. I might have 3 to 4 years left at the absolute top end of the game. Where do I see myself winning trophies and competing for titles year in, year out? Is it going to be at a Liverpool Football Club that no longer has Jurgen Klopp? Do I see Liverpool Football Club competing at the highest end of the game without Jurgen Klopp? This is what Virgil van Dijk will be thinking, guys. If Virgil is having these discussions with his agent and the club right now, then the club have got a big decision to make because they can't let Virgil leave on a free, which means they'd have to let him go in the summer. Mo Salah's the same. Trent's the same. The club have got such a big decision to make because I do believe Jurgen Klopp is leaving the club in a very good position. But the problem is, for me, these 3 contracts need to be sorted before Jurgen Klopp goes. The decision on these 3 players have to be made before Jurgen Klopp leaves, because the new manager can't come to this team not knowing if he's got Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah, and Trent Alexander-Arnold in his team for that when he comes here. Say it's Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso's looking at him and going, right, I want the Liverpool job. Right, I know there's this rumours about Chelsea and all that, guys. He ain't going Chelsea. He wants the Liverpool job. I believe if Xabi Alonso got offered the Liverpool job tomorrow, he's saying yes. And I think everyone in the chat would probably agree with that, yeah? So Xabi Alonso wants that Liverpool job. He's got to be looking and going, right, if I come to Liverpool, I want to find, before I come to Liverpool, I want a decision. Is Trent, Salah, and Virgil going to stay? I can guarantee you this right now, guys. Xabi Alonso and his agent are talking to Liverpool behind the scenes. I guarantee it. Now, the press and people from Bayer Leverkusen and Virgil and Alonso and all that will probably come out and say they haven't spoke. There's been no discussions yet. I guarantee you there has been some kind of talks behind the scenes, not just between Alonso and Liverpool, De Zerbi and Liverpool, Zidane and Liverpool, all these managers, yeah? I guarantee you right now there's been talks behind the scenes. And I bet Alonso's even spoke about it. Like, if I'm going to be there, and all the managers that want to be this Liverpool manager that Liverpool are looking at to replace Jurgen Klopp, they're all going to be saying the same thing. Am I going to have Trent, Mo, and Virgil van Dijk available to me next season or not? Are them 3 going to be there next season or not? I need to know before I come. I need to know before I join. Before I sign on the dotted line, let me know, because I know where I am then. If I've got Mohamed Salah still there for another 18 months, sweet. I don't need to do anything in that area. If I've got Trent there for the rest of his career, sweet. If I've got Virgil for the next 3 years, sweet. You know, good. If 2 of them don't want to sign contracts, sell them. Give me the money to reboost this team when I come. It's massive. I think. I think we have got to understand this actual quite significant situation between these 3 players at this moment in time. And Liverpool have got to make a massive decision. Also, at the same time, at Klopp leaving with Virgil and Mo Salah would be a massive dent to Liverpool Football Club. And we can't sit here and pretend it wouldn't be. You know, not just the manager, but then Mo Salah and then Virgil leaving with Jurgen in the same summer would be very hard to get over. It don't matter what manager comes in. It could be Pep Guardiola. That would still be very difficult to manage and get over. It would be. It would take a little bit of time because how important these people are to this football club. We can't, we might get pissed off with Mo. We might get pissed off with Virgil at times. We might get pissed off with Klopp at times. Yeah, but we've got to remember these players and this manager have been a unit for years now at this football club, and they're almost embedded into the football club, into the city, into people. It would take some doing. That's why it's so important. Before Jurgen Klopp leaves, in my opinion, these 3 players either need to nail down contracts or be sold. It's got to be one or the 2. Now, this might be sounding, people are going to be looking at this and listening to this right now and on Twitter or YouTube and going, God, Jamie wants Mo Salah sold. He wants Virgil sold. He wants Trent sold. I don't. But I think what we've got to all agree with, and I think you guys in the chat would agree with me here, is that we need to sort it out desperately before Jurgen Klopp leaves. It needs to be sorted out. So us as fans know where we sit. Us as fans need to know where we sit as well. Do you know what I mean? We can't be sitting there going, oh, shit, like Klopp's left and we've still not done these 3 contracts. Where do we all stand? Because we're all going to get nervous. We're all going to start talking amongst ourselves and go, right, they're leaving. There's no way they're going to sign back. So we need some reinsurance, in my opinion. We need reinsurance. Big up, Aaron. I'm not sure, Jamie. I can see Virgil running down his contract with us. Yeah, this is the problem as well. When you get to 12 months of a deal left, you give a lot of the power to the player, don't you? You give a lot of power to the player. You know, they might not want to leave. They might not want to leave. They might just go, you know what? Yeah, I'm not. People can bid for me. I ain't going anywhere because it's more financially beneficial to a player to leave on a free than it is to be sold. So that's why I think we need this done before the end of the season. We definitely need this done. Um, but with Mo leaving, look, if Mo's the only one who leaves, if Virgil signs a new deal and Trent signs a new deal, and Mohamed Salah leaves, and we get like 100 million for him, I don't want to see it. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see it. But if he's the one who leaves for 100 million, then the new manager, whoever it's going to be, we know he's got 100 million to spend. Because whatever we say about FSG, the one thing we do know, if they get all the players sold and they got money to spend, they let the manager spend it. That is the one thing we know. And so if Salah is sold for 100 million, whoever the new manager will be will have 100 million to spend on whatever extra FSG are willing to put into the transfer kitty that season. So there's been money there to spend and replace. But look, Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk are going to leave our football club at one time. We've got to acknowledge this, you know. Even if Mo retires at Liverpool, signs a new contract and retires at Liverpool, he's still eventually not going to be at Liverpool. So there is going to be a day when we all just go, right, there's no more Mo now and we have to move on. It's going to happen eventually. So it's going to be interesting, man. That's going to be it's going to be interesting. It really is. Yeah, exactly, Aaron. Exactly. Tell Salah VVD runs his contract, Trent signs a new deal. I see. I do think out of all three of them, Trent signs a new deal. I do think that's the one that looks like it's going to happen. Out of all three of them, I think Trent's the one who signs the new deal. Unfortunately, I'd love them all to sign a new deal. Salah retires at Liverpool, Virgil retires at Liverpool, and Trent signs his new long-term contract. But I think yeah, but look, I will say one thing. Like Bruno's correct in what he's saying, but we got to remember now, yeah, that we it and right with the Premier League rules at the moment with FFP and everything like that. I can see like Liverpool. Look, this is our unlucky Liverpool. Liverpool could spend 300 million not sell anyone, and then Liverpool get done for FFP. I think we're coming into a time now in the Premier League where I do think a lot of clubs are going to have to be sell to buy. That is the way the Premier League wants it now. The Premier League want it that you're bringing in as much money as you are buying players. They want to see proof of it. That's why there was no real business in January. It's why it was the quietest January transfer window ever. What was it, 50 million spent this January? Something ridiculous like that. It's why it was the quietest January ever. Teams are all scared of spending. Even City, even Newcastle. These they're all scared of spending. The Premier League want the Premier League bosses want the Premier League to be a sustainable Premier League. That's what they want. They want every team to be sustainable. So every team are basically going to be sell to buy. Do you know what I mean? Every team be sell to buy, and I think that's the way to go, man. I think that's the way to go. Also, you got to remember wages come into FFP as well. Chelsea apparently can't sack Pochettino because they'd have to pay him off the rest of his contract, and apparently that goes against FFP laws. I didn't know that. So you can't sack a manager. Like, you've got to be within so much money in a 12-month period or 3-month period or 3-year period or whatever it is way they work it out. So the rumours going around at the moment is that Chelsea can't even sack Pochettino because they have to pay him out the rest of his contract, which is a ridiculous amount of money. So apparently they can't even say, it's just it's mad. It's mad to me. It's mad to me. Like, it is what it is. This FFP stuff. The Premier League are coming down hard on it because they don't want anyone from an independent contractor coming in and regulating their Premier League. They don't want independent regulators. They don't want the government to get involved and regulate the Premier League. So the Premier League are now going to come strong on teams. I think the Premier League are going to be looking at Chelsea at the end of the season. I reckon next season Chelsea could be in trouble if they don't make 100 million by June. Is it? I think Chelsea could be in trouble for the start of next season. And then the Man City stuff. I think the Premier League are going to have to come down hard on Man City. If the Premier League don't come down hard on Man City, then this whole thing the Premier League are trying to do now, they're going to have trouble, because if the Premier League don't come down hard on Man City, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, if they get in trouble, Everton, they could sue the Premier League. So they've got to be careful. So I think they'll have to come down hard on City for that reason. But it's interesting times, man. It's interesting times, and yeah, I think the whole Premier League's going to become a sustainable Premier League. You look at Man City the last 2 seasons. Man City have sold as much as they brought in. You know, look at their transfer window this year. I think they actually made more money through sales than they did buying players. And I think they did the year before. I think they equaled it out because of the Haaland deal. So even City are doing it. So that's interesting going forward. That's definitely very interesting going forward. But yeah, I think for the Premier League to be taken seriously with these FFP rules and the Premier League regulations that they want to do, and making sure that no one else comes in and regulates their Premier League, they have to go hard on the City. If they don't, then it's all a joke, ain't it? And then everyone will just go back to doing what they want. Wataru Endo. My man. There he is. My DM. My DM wears a mouth guard. Does your DM wear a mouth guard? I don't think he does. My DM, who had actually, I watched a couple of games of Japan in the Asian Cup, and he was actually playing really well. I've always said it. I think Wataru Endo is actually a very technically good footballer. He's taken a bit of time to get used to the Premier League, which is understandable. I think the last 6 games before he went to the Asian Cup, I think Wataru Endo started to play really well. Started getting used to the Premier League. Started getting used to the role that Jurgen Klopp wants him to play. And you could see his technical ability. He's a good player. Is he the quickest? No. Is he the strongest? No. Does he need to be? No, in my opinion. I don't think he needs to be any of them. He's very good on the ball. His ball playing is very good. He gets the ball down quickly. He can pass. He doesn't care about. He puts his body on the line. I've seen him getting clattered loads of times. He doesn't seem to care, which I like. He makes them dirty little fouls when teams are trying to counter attack, which I like. How many years have we been chatting about that? We don't do that. I like the dark arts. We should be doing the dark arts more. If there's a counter attack on and you can't win the ball, bring the player down. Man City do it all the time. They're the best at dark arts. No team playing the dark arts are better than Man City. They do it all the time. Nothing wrong with it either. We're just too nice. That's our problem. So I like Wataru Endo for these situations. Plus, Wataru Endo gives us better balance in the midfield. Gives us far better balance in that midfield area. Wataru Endo in that midfield area with, McAllister on one side and Szoboszlai on the other side would be the perfect midfield right now. We'll get to the Szoboszlai stuff right now in a minute, sorry. But Wataru Endo in that midfield just gives us a bit better balance in the midfield area. It lets us play from a deeper position. It also lets us press better. We can press further up the field with Wataru Endo in, because if you're playing McAllister on the right of him or the left of him, and you're playing Szoboszlai on the right of him, we've not seen it so much yet. I'd love to see it. You know, Endo in the DM, McAllister on the left of him, Szoboszlai on the right of him. I think that midfield would press the life out of the other opposition. All three of them can press and counter press. They can get around the pitch well. You know, Endo he puts his body on the line in MDM positions. He's very good at winning, intercepting the ball and passing the ball forward. That is one thing Wataru Endo is actually very good at. McAllister is a battler in that midfield as well, defensively. Also extremely good on the ball, and Szoboszlai is your attacking midfielder. I think that's got a lovely blend to it. I really do. I think that midfield three has a lot of. There's a nice blend. There's a really nice blend to that midfield, in my opinion. Got good balance there. Got really good balance there. But at this moment in time, it looked like Szoboszlai might be out. We're going to talk about that in a second. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Wataru Endo, guys. Would you bring Wataru? Let me know in the chat right now. Yes or no answer. That's all I need from you guys. A yes or no answer. Would you play Wataru Endo against Burnley at Anfield on Saturday afternoon? Yes or no answer. Would you play Wataru Endo on Saturday afternoon against Burnley? Let me know in the chat. Big up, my man. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here, my friend. I appreciate the love. Yeah, she's doing really good. Appreciate the love. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're all going. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. No brainer. See, yeah. I mean, he's got for me, he should play. It sounds like he should play. Sounds like he should play. Big up Lakers. I've started that, man. We'll talk about that as well. Yes, yeah. He should play, man. I would rather right now Wataru Endo play midfield from the start than Harvey Elliott. And this is not a knock on Harvey Elliott. I'm not knocking Harvey at all. Everyone who watches my channel for a while now knows I really rate Harvey Elliott as a player and as a person. But right now, in my opinion, I'd rather start Wataru Endo over Harvey Elliott. I think Harvey Elliott, every time he starts a game, I just don't think he plays that well. Now, Harvey Elliott is good at the pressing. That's why he plays. I understand it. Harvey pressing is very good, right? And that's why Klopp likes him. Harvey Elliott, technically on the ball, is a good footballer. He's got a good long shot. He can take a player on. He can pass. He can do a bit. There's no doubt about that. But I think Harvey's skill set for Liverpool right now is better off the bench for me, personally. He could start a game and have a good game here and there. There's no doubt about it. But at this moment in time, I think I'd rather start Wataru Endo, McAllister, and Curtis Jones in our midfield three against Burnley on Saturday. That would be probably my midfield three. Endo in the DM, McAllister on the right side in the Szoboszlai position, and Curtis Jones on the left-hand side. That would be my midfield three against Burnley. Then you've got you've got McAllister, who's a little bit more advanced than his deeper position that he's been playing, that everyone wants him to play in. And you've got Curtis Jones, who's been one of Liverpool's best midfielders this season. That would be my midfield three. The Gravenberch and Harveys of the world at this moment in time. Gravenberch is... I like Gravenberch as a footballer. I think Gravenberch will be fine next season. Gravenberch don't look match fit to me right now. That's the problem I've got with Gravenberch right now. I don't think he understands the role. I actually don't know if a Graven a Jurgen Klopp midfield suits Gravenberch at the moment. I said it earlier this season. I think next year is when we see the best of Ryan Gravenberch. I think next year Ryan Gravenberch will be a far better player for Liverpool. He had no pre-season. He barely played any game to Bayern Munich the year before. So there's not a lot of match sharpness. It's not match fitness, sorry. I'd say match sharpness in Gravenberch's game right now. And I think he looks a bit lost. I I, I think I think Gravenberch is a little bit lost right now in what he's meant to do. I think he's just a little bit lost in what he's meant to do in this midfield right now. Um, and for that reason, I'd play Harvey probably in front of Gravenberch for that reason. And Gravenberch, as someone as big as he is, he's not extremely strong on the ball for someone who's as big as he is as well, which I'm a bit surprised at. Also, defensively, I don't think Gravenberch is as good as Harvey Elliott defensively. If anyone's gone back and watched the Liverpool Arsenal game and seen that clip of Jurgen Klopp going absolutely mental on the touchline with Gravenberch's defensive position, go and check it out. If you can find it, it's absolutely mad. So, from a defensive point of view, I don't think Gravenberch is really setting at Liverpool what he needs to know what to do. But next season, I wouldn't sell Gravenberch. I think Gravenberch will be a fabulous player in maybe 12 months' time when he's got more match sharpness. He understands more. He gets what he's meant to do. And with a new midfield next season under a new manager and a new system, it also might help Gravenberch a lot more as well, in my opinion. Jamie, do you think Morton is playing next season? I don't. I think if Klopp was still around, I think Tyler Morton might get some games next season. But with the new manager coming in, I think the new manager coming in will look at Liverpool's squad, what they did this season, the players available, what they like, and pretty much keep what he's got and just add the players he wants. I just don't see Tyler Morton I think if Klopp was staying, I think we'd see Tyler Morton in the Liverpool squad next season. Tyler Morton might be one of them players that are sold to make money for the new manager. I think we might be looking at a bit more of that next season. Players that we usually loan and loan out, I think will be more sold next season to make money for the new manager, in my opinion. Especially with these new FFP and Premier League regulation rules that are coming out now. I think Liverpool need to sell more players instead of loaning them. We loan a lot of players, and it's the same player being loaned all the time, every year. Same player loaned. I think now we're going to have to look at selling them players that, and we know, are just not going to become part of the first team, and give that money to the new manager. Personally, I think Bobby Clark might have a future, though. I think Bobby Clark might have a future, even with the new manager. Definitely. Oh, big up, man. Defensive Domino podcast. Big up to you, my man. Huge Klopp fan here, especially since he uses similar defensive tactics at Arrigo Sacchi. Yep, Arrigo Sacchi. Sacchi, he's one of my... Growing up, he was my favourite manager. I love the guy. His AC Milan team, arguably the best team. Like, yeah, he's one... I'll go and watch and look at Sacchi's stuff, and for me, he's arguably my favourite ever manager. I love that guy. Great manager. AC Milan team. Jesus. Great content, by the way. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Really do. Thank you very much. It's really nice of you. If that's is that your channel? And the Defensive Dynamo podcast. So that's your channel. I'll go and check it out as well. Big up to you, man. Um, Arrigo Sacchi's a big fan of De Zerbi. Yeah, look, I think De Zerbi's. I think De Zerbi's got a big job coming up. I don't think he'll be at Brighton much longer. I don't actually fancy him for the Liverpool job. I don't think he suits us. That I don't think De Zerbi suits us, but I think De Zerbi could easily be uh, one of the Milan managers. Although Inzaghi's doing really well, I think the Milan could be. But yeah, I think he's a top draw. Top draw. Big up. I'll check it out, my man. I'll check it out. Um, yeah, I don't think De Zerbi suits Liverpool. I agree, Russell. I just don't think he suits. Um, I'd rather McConnell than Harvin Grav. I think Graven. I'm not going to go on Gravenberch. I think I've said it since we bought him. I said Gravenberch might end up being our pound for pound best transfer we did for the price that he cost, but it's going to take time. Next year, under a different midfield and a different system, under a new manager, Gravenberch might actually be amazing because he does have ability. There's no doubt about that. I think Gravenberch could be one of them players that really light it up in Europe for us this season as well. You know, our European football starts again next month. Obviously, we don't play this month in Europe because we're not in the last. We're in the last 16. So in the Europa League, I think someone like a Gravenberch could be excellent in Europe for us because in Europe you get more time in the ball, more space on the pitch as well to make runs, and more, and as I say, more time in the ball. So someone like Gravenberch in Europe could be a big key for us in that competition. And Thiago and Gravenberch in the Europa League together in midfield with time and space on the ball, more than you get in the Premier League, could be massive for us. Really could. So yeah, I think there's a lot to go yet. There is a lot to go. Yeah, Bayer Leverkusen and Bayern Munich is Saturday. That is a massive game. Obviously, if Bayern Munich win that, they go a point clear of Leverkusen at the top of the league. If Leverkusen win that, they go 5 points clear of Bayern Munich. And you'd have to fancy Leverkusen to win the league from there. So, yeah, it's that's a massive, massive game. I think we're all going to be watching that with quite a bit of interest. Um, yeah, AC Milan, man. Yeah, AC Milan. De Zerbi could happen. The greatest football inside was King Kenny's double winning side of '86. They had two, and a two banned from Europe. We were so good. Yeah, look, obviously what happened in Highsall happened, and no one can take that back. And Liverpool got banned, and English clubs in general got banned for 5 years. I always wondered what like my favourite Liverpool team is. Big up amongst you always did, and big up to you, my man. My favourite Liverpool team ever, because I am 42 years old, but my favourite Liverpool team ever is the 1988 Liverpool side. I always wonder how that 1988 Liverpool side and the 1989 Liverpool side would have done in the European Cup. I always look at it and go, how would they have done in the European Cup up against that Ajax and AC Milan team of that time? How would that team have done? Would Liverpool, if Liverpool never had the 5 year ban from Europe, would Liverpool be on 8 or 9 European trophies right now? European Cups? Would we be out on our own in second place behind Real Madrid? Because them two teams, man, the 88 and 89 team, Jesus Christ. Barnes, John Barnes, the best left winger in world football. Beardsley, Rush, Aldridge, it Houghton, McMahon, Mulby, who's the best DM in the world probably. Hanson at the back. Oh, Jesus Christ. It would have taken some beating, man. It would have taken some beating. That was a heck of a team. Heck of a team. I mean, I can't go back as my man. I can't go far back as my man Frank here. But yeah, I mean, the greatest team ever was under Paisley. Yeah, I can't go. I started supporting Liverpool around the '89 period. So Dalglish was my first manager, really. So yeah, I can't go too far back. I think, yeah, I think that team would have been special, guys. I really do. Yeah, look, the Dominic Szoboszlai. Let's get the Dominic Szoboszlai a minute. So there's a lot of news coming out about Dominic Szoboszlai right now. I so there was a new thing going somewhere today that Szoboszlai was going to be out for like 8 weeks. Yeah, I think is it a Hungarian news report put it out, and I think his name is it Benci Bocek? Is it Benci Bocek? It was a Hungarian reporter. Basically said them reports earlier this morning that people were getting worried about were not true. And at the moment they're saying that Szoboszlai could miss up to 3 weeks with this hamstring injury. But the rumours early this morning was that he was going to be out for 7 to 8 weeks. That was the rumours early this morning. That everyone was like, that's a long time to be out for. But the rumours at the moment is he might be out for 3 weeks. Now, no Liverpool journalist at this moment in time has actually tweeted or put anything out right now. Liverpool Football Club themselves have not put anything out right now. So a lot of this is absolute speculation right now. Absolute speculation. So it's very difficult for us to actually talk about it like the Szoboszlai rumours right now. We just need to wait on whatever the club say or any kind of information coming out of the club, reporters from our club, anything like that comes out and tells us, because at the moment we're just going to speculate. So let's just wait on it. It might come out later that yeah, he's fit and ready to go, and we're good. But look, if Szoboszlai's not fit, he's not fit. If it's for 3 weeks, it's 3 weeks. If he ain't fit, he ain't fit. There's not a lot we can do about it. If he isn't fit and we haven't got Szoboszlai, Thiago's back now. This is the one thing. Thiago is back now. And Thiago, you've got Wataru Endo there, you've got McAllister there, you've got Curtis Jones there, you've got Gravenberch there, you got Harvey Elliott there. Who else am I forgetting? It might be actually. So we got them. We got them players available to us right now, and we can still play a midfield three of right without Szoboszlai. Here's our midfield three options. You could play Wataru Endo as a DM, Thiago on the left of him, on the right of him, McAllister on the left. So that's your midfield three. You can play Endo, Thiago, McAllister. Your other options, you could play Wataru Endo as the DM. You could play McAllister on the right and Curtis Jones on the left. Yeah, that's another option. The other option is that you play McAllister in the DM role. You play Thiago on the right. You play Curtis Jones on the left. There's players there that we can move around in position. So there's plenty there. There's plenty there. For me at this moment in time, I would go Endo, McAllister and Curtis Jones. That would be my midfield three. I would go with that midfield three against Burnley. I'd go with that midfield three against Brentford. I'd go with that midfield three against Chelsea in the League Cup final as well. That'd be my midfield three. Let me know your midfield three in the chat, guys. Put if Szoboszlai is out injured for 3 to 4 weeks, in speculation only, who would your midfield three be? What combination of the midfielders that we have available would you be your midfield three? Would it be Thiago, McAllister, Endo? Would it be McAllister, Jones, Thiago? Let me know in the chat right now. For me, mine would be McAllister, Endo, and Curtis Jones right now. But let me know yours in the chat. See, Russell's got Endo, Jones, and McAllister as well, same as me. Jones, Endo, and Mac. And the other option is obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold. Look at LFC Aaron with the 88 AC Milan team. I'm seeing what he's doing there. Bigger Aaron. Trent as right centre mid is also an option in my opinion right now. I think it's an option that Jurgen Klopp might have to look at because if Szoboszlai is injured for 3 to 4 weeks, Thiago's only played a few minutes in 12 months, so we can't just go right stick Thiago in every game. That is the issue there as well. So maybe Klopp's got to look at it and go right. Conor Bradley is on fire at the moment. Conor Bradley would have probably started against Arsenal, unfortunately, for his father's passing. He wanted to be with his family. But if he's ready to play, it's up to Conor Bradley. But if Conor Bradley's ready to play the weekend, Klopp could look at it and go, you know what? I'm going to play Conor Bradley on the right back, and I'm going to play Trent on the right side of midfield. I'm going to play Wataru Endo in the DM and McAllister on the left side of midfield. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine it? Wataru Endo in the DM, Trent on the right, McAllister on the left. Just put it out there. Big up Ashley. He just said the same thing. Big up Ashley. Because Mendo 6, McAllister left, Trent right with Bradley right back. Me and Ashley must be telepathically thinking the same thing. Big up Ash. Big up Ash. That I don't know why that wouldn't work. Bradley's a natural right back. Right back. Trent, for me, naturally plays on that right side, either in midfield or in that right back area. So it's natural for him to be in that position. Natural for Bradley to be at right back. It's got a nice flow to it. It seems like it'd have nice balance to it. You know, that has a nice balance to it. Think about it. Conor Bradley, natural at right back, up and down the pitch. Trent, natural on the right side of the pitch. He could fill in behind Conor Bradley if he's getting forward. He could play in them pockets in the right side of the pitch. Endo, naturally a DM. Mac naturally likes to play off the left-hand side of a midfield three. That's balance. That's balance, man. That's balance. I like the balance in that. Jane, you could hang a wet towel off it after you. The problem is, guys, would Klopp play that? That's the problem. Would Jurgen play that? I think he might have to look into playing that if Szoboszlai is out for a few weeks because he just can't throw everything. I'd rather that. We can't throw everything on Thiago now he's back because he'll just get re-injured and you can't trust it. And I don't think Harvey. I just feel like playing Harvey or Gravenberch there doesn't give us that balance. I think Gravenberch can't play on the right side of the midfield. Do we all agree? After watching him against Arsenal, do we all agree that Gravenberch cannot play on the right side of the midfield? He has to play centrally or on the left. I think we probably all agree with that. So that means we have to take Gravenberch out of it. Gravenberch is more suited to the middle or the left side of a midfield three, not the right. So we take Gravenberch out of it. The only other two really, if Szoboszlai is injured for 4 weeks, is Elliott or Trent. You know, it's something you might look at. I don't know why you don't. For me, trying this out against Burnley at Anfield is the perfect opposition for me. Burnley at Anfield, with our Burnley play so open and expansive, that's the way Burnley play. That's why they're in so much trouble because they don't sit back. They play expansive and they try and play their game. They're going to leave gaps all over the pitch. I think it's the perfect opportunity to go, right, Trent's going to play right midfield. Endo's going to play in the 6. McAllister's going to play on the left. Conor Bradley's going to play at right back. Darwin Núñez is going to play. Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, and Jota are going to be your front three, stretching the opposition. That's your midfield three. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gomez is going to play left back, and then Kwanzaa and Virgil at the back. Right, yeah, that's it's going to be a nighttime show if I carry on. Oh man, yeah, exactly so, bro. That's what we're saying, man. It's dirty. It's dirty. Big up Solo at the gym as well. Look at that, my man. Solo's got the YouTube on. He's at the gym. He's on the treadmill right now. He's got YouTube on, watching us. Big, big up Solo. It's the way to do it, man. Passes the hour, you see. That's it. Big up to everyone who's at the gym right now. And then you've got Curtis Jones as well. Curtis Jones is there. Curtis Jones has not done a lot wrong, to be fair to Curtis Jones, but Curtis Jones has played a lot of football lately. You know, you could give Curtis Jones a little bit of a break, a little bit of a rest him up, keep him fresh for the end of the season as well. You know, Curtis Jones has played a lot of football. You know, it'd be nice to let Curtis have a little bit of rest, a bit of a sit down. You know, McAllister, Trent, and Endo play against Burnley. Then you can bring Curtis Jones back for the away trip to Brentford when you might need that player to that pressing of Curtis Jones away to Brentford and the way they play. You know, it's good options. It's good options. It's good to have, man. Oh man, what's Lakers sending me? Big up Lakers. What are you sending us, man? What are you sending us? Um, an exclusive. Some senior figures at Liverpool Football Club are adamant that Xavi Alonso should take over the reins after Jurgen Klopp's departure this summer. Sources confirm. Citing a blend of fan connection, age, playing style, and the Spaniards' understanding of the city and its people as significant factors in favour of Xavi Alonso taking charge of Liverpool post the Jurgen Klopp era. Big up Lakers sending me that. Appreciate it, my man. Um, Look, this is what I said as soon as I heard Klopp's leaving. Xabi Alonso is the right man to take charge. You know, everyone keeps going on about experience this, experience that. Look, Jurgen Klopp was never a manager at an experienced club. Jurgen Klopp was a player at Mainz. The manager at Mainz left. Jurgen Klopp took over, and the rest is history. You know, Kenny Dalglish was a player for Liverpool. Kenny Dalglish was never a manager at another club with any experience whatsoever. Joe Fagan left Liverpool, and Liverpool's board made Kenny Dalglish player manager and then manager with no experience, and went on to achieve great things with Liverpool Football Club. So this experience thing that people keep talking about, you know, what experience has a manager got? It's not always the case. There's something natural you can just tell sometimes, you know. And I think with Xavi Alonso, it don't matter to me if he doesn't win the Bundesliga or anything like that. There's something about him. There is something about him. Look, Mikel Arteta never managed a club ever, and he's doing really well with Arsenal. I think we just got to get. I think this is the. We just got to come to an understanding that I think Xabi Alonso would be perfect for Liverpool Football Club, man. I think he's the one I want. I've been on about it for a while now. He fits perfectly. It makes the most sense. It's the easiest transition from Jurgen Klopp to Xavi Alonso. I think gets most of the Liverpool fans are on board straight away. I think the Liverpool fan base will be totally on board with Alonso's appointment. He understands the club. He understands the people. He understands what it has to be a Liverpool player. He will also understand what it means to win things for Liverpool Football Club. So for me, I don't think I think it's the smart choice. He's got a very good playing style with Bayer Leverkusen. He's got an extremely good playing style. He's got good coaching methods. He's that new age of football coach now that's taking football to a different place that I think Liverpool need to get onto, you know. And it's the easiest transition for me. Klopp to Alonso just makes sense. it just makes sense. You know, it just makes sense. And uh, uh, De Zerbi don't make sense to me. I don't. I just don't see I think De Zerbi. It don't make sense to me. I don't think De Zerbi's as good as everyone says he is either. I think De Zerbi has been found out this season. I think De Zerbi took over an extremely good Brighton team under Graham Potter and just continued the good work from Graham Potter last season, in my opinion. And also, I don't think the recruitment at Brighton has been better under De Zerbi than it was under Graham Potter as well. So that worries me a little bit. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But yeah, so for me, it's Xabi Alonso. It's Xabi Alonso. Stevie G's assistant. I don't think Stevie would want to be an assistant to Xavi. I think I see what you're saying. I think there's a good chance that Thiago might be though. All depends. I think in a few years, time, I think there's a big chance that Xabi Alonso would be. Not Xabi Alonso. Sorry, I think in a few years' time, there's a good chance that someone like a Thiago could be a coach for Liverpool under Xabi Alonso. I just don't see Stevie playing that role. I think Stevie wants to be a manager. But it's going to be interesting, man. I think Alonso will bring in somebody like that, though. If Alonso is given a manager's job, I think Alonso might bring in an old Liverpool boy on the coaching staff. I think that might happen. But it'll be interesting, man. Really, really interesting. Really interesting. Big out to everyone in chat. Smash the likes. You know what to do around here. Appreciate all the love. Big up, my man. Much love, much love, much love. Big up to Solo. Guys, don't forget to go and subscribe to Solo's channel as well. Friend of the channel for a while now. So go and subscribe to Solo's channel, guys. And Defensive Dynamo podcast. I'm going to check your channel out, my friend. I'm going to check your channel out after I've finished. Big up to you, man. Appreciate you being here. Really do. Big up to everyone watching Twitter as well. I think there's a same few names that keep being mauled around at Liverpool at the moment. Yeah, and one of the names is Zinedine Zidane. So I saw this rumour this morning that Zinedine Zidane would be very interested in being Liverpool manager. Now, I don't know. I don't know. The Zidane thing's funny to me. Zidane, look, this is going to be weird to say. I'm going to say something really weird at the moment, and I know G's in the chat, and G's going, can't believe what I'm about to say, right? I know Zidane won 3 Champions Leagues in a row with Real Madrid. I know he did. And I think he won the title with Madrid. But I don't still know how good of a manager Zidane is. This is mad. Because I'm saying Alonso's what he's done about it. I want Alonso and all that. And obviously Zidane's got a better record for trophies. But Roberto Di Matteo won the Champions League with Chelsea. But Roberto Di Matteo is not a good manager. But he won the Champions League with Chelsea. There's managers out there who've never won the Champions League who are better managers than Roberto Di Matteo. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how good Zidane is because Zidane went and managed Real Madrid and did a tremendous job. No one's going to disregard that. But he didn't follow it on. I never saw Zidane do anything after that. They go, oh, right, he's just, yeah, I see. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, guys? That's what I'm trying to say. I just, he doesn't speak a word of English either, which ain't going to help matters. When you're coming in after, especially after a year of Jurgen Klopp, you need a manager to come in straight away that the players can just understand and embrace and get on, and understand what the manager wants to do. And you need that connection straight away. I think Zidane wants the French national job, personally. I think he's waiting till after the Euros. I think after the Euros, France, and Deschamps will separate. Deschamps will go his own way, and I think Zinedine Zidane will become the new head coach of the French national team. So yeah, I don't really see that happening. But yeah, I think Zidane wants something that he's either got a lot of money to spend and he's got like a team there that's ready to win straight away. I don't think Zidane wants to build a side, maybe. I think he wants to come into an already winning side, that's winning things already. That's got all the world class players at his disposal straight away, and then he can just move the pieces where he wants it, and he goes from there. Which is why the Man City job might be intriguing to him. But yeah, I don't think the Liverpool job will suit. I really don't. But that's just me. So people might take this as wrong what I just said. You know, people keep going about trophies all the time. Like your manager has got to won something. Your manager has got to won something a lot. There's managers out there that have won a lot of trophies. Let's take the Aston Villa manager. Yeah, let's take the Aston Villa manager for instance. Yeah, he wins a lot of trophies for teams like Villarreal and Sevilla and stuff like that. Yeah, he wins a lot of trophies, but when he gets the big job, he buckles under the pressure of working at massive football clubs. Now Aston Villa are a big club, yeah, and he's doing really well with Aston Villa. He's overachieving with Aston Villa. But when he gets the big jobs, he sort of buckles under the pressure. He buckles under the pressure of big jobs. So that's what I'm saying. It's not always, they're winners, they won trophies and all that. As I said, Roberto Di Matteo won a trophy, won the Champions League, the biggest cup you can win in club football. He won it for Chelsea in Chelsea's first time. The first time Chelsea won the Champions League was under Roberto Di Matteo. First London club to win the Champions League. That'll always be in history. But would you say Di Matteo's a good manager? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't know. Big up, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here, my friend. I'll check out your channel, my man. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it all anyway, guys. And yeah, it's what it is, guys, for me. It's what it is. Look, interesting debate today, guys. Interesting debate. Wataru Endo is back in the Liverpool squad. I would love to see him play against Burnley and go straight back into that midfield, in my opinion. Thiago's back fit now. We're losing Szoboszlai maybe for a few weeks. It's speculation right now. We're not quite sure. But under the rumours right now, it looks like there might be something there. So it's a great time for Endo to come back in. The Trent stuff we spoke about, in my opinion, I'd like to see in the future Trent playing in a more advanced role. It might be an opportunity to play there right now without Szoboszlai right now. Interesting times, guys. It's not as bad as the world makes it out to be. It really ain't. We've got a lot of talent in our squad. And there's no panic stations for me. Look, we was all depressed after the Arsenal defeat. And rightly so. And we're allowed to criticise the Arsenal defeat as well, by the way. I know there's a lot of Liverpool fans out there who moan at us, some fans like myself, that criticise losses. I've never understood it, personally. You're allowed to criticise a loss. The manager got it wrong. The players got it wrong. Everything was wrong against Arsenal. It is what it is. But we move. We move now. That's been and done. Liverpool now got to back it up and go and win our next few games. We've got Burnley, Brentford, the Chelsea game, and Nottingham Forest. We've got Burnley, Brentford, Luton. They're our next 3 Premier League games. Burnley, Brentford, and Luton. They're our next 3 Premier League games. 2 of them at home, 1 away. Liverpool need to win all 3 of them. Then they got the League Cup final at the end of the month against Chelsea. And then they got Nottingham Forest away after that, the week after. That is Liverpool's next 4 Premier League games. If I told you Liverpool's next 4 Premier League games were Burnley, Brentford, Luton, and Nottingham Forest, you'd bite your hand off. That should be 12 points. No points dropped. No points dropped. That should be 12 points. in my opinion. And that's 12 points that keeps us at the top, keeps us going. Yeah. City will probably go top of the league Saturday lunchtime because they're at home to Everton. It's going to be an 8-0 win. Everton just go bend over backwards because that's what Sean Dyche does against City. So that'd be an 8-0 win. So City will probably be top of the league. We then go and beat Burnley at the 3 o'clock kickoff. We go back top of the league. Got Brentford the following week away from home. We win that. We got Luton midweek. Win that. Win the cup final. Beat Nottingham Forest. That's what Liverpool got to do. That's what Liverpool got to do. 4 wins, man. Not a single draw, not a single loss. And we keep going. But big up to everyone. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much. Don't forget to go and hit that fun button underneath. That's the like button. It's free to do. It doesn't cost you a thing to do. Subscribe. It doesn't cost you any money. Subscribing to a channel costs you absolutely nothing, guys. All you got to do is just press that subscribe button. It's all you got to do. And then when I'm live, it'll just come on your YouTube feed. That's all it is. Just free to do. Doesn't cost you a thing. Just press the subscribe button. Press the like button. It's free. It's easy. It takes you 2 seconds to do. I'd appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Guys, I'll see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Big up to every single bloody one of you. Bye-bye for now.